Welcome back, I'm Crazy Nate, and today we're going into Satisfactory. I honestly haven't played this game since like a year ago. So I'm going to jump in there and show you kind of what I built and what I think about the game and what I do and don't like about it. It's been a crazy year, so it's getting back into the gaming. We're going to be doing that a little bit more often here. There's a few other games. I believe there's an Incredibles video game I played on this channel that I said I was going to play the whole thing, and then I never did. But that's a different day. Today we're talking about Satisfactory. If it'll ever load. I guess I should have loaded it before I dragged you in here.
Go grab a juice box, have a nap, go on.
Okay, let's open Satisfactory, try this again. File. This is the second time playing it because I didn't have audio from the game, so... Welcome back, Crazy Nate. It's interesting, it always respawns you in a different spot. Where do I begin? How about we begin with my first year of Satisfactory. So right now I have 74 hours into the game. Basically what I'm about to show you is what I built. I got a couple of concrete conveyor belts, the basics. Okay, I'm not gonna go through all the simplicities. If you've been here before or if you play Satisfactory, you know what it is, and maybe you just want to take a poop on my Satisfactory because it's not very satisfactory. But yeah, I'm going to show you what I made anyways. Yeah, I'll tell you why I don't play it anymore. 73 hours. So one of the problems with Satisfactory is it's like an onion. It's a lot of layers to the game. And it's like one of those games, like if you're homeschooled and they're like, oh, here's a fun game we're going to play. And you might accidentally learn something. It was a learning game. This game is almost feels like that, like you're learning science and math and physics and electricity, and it's not a bad game. But anyways, my thought of the game is different. First, we're showing you what I made. So this is my first storage bins, and then I upgraded and got the double deckers. And then so I placed them all over here in these containers. And I threw on the floor, what's inside, like both hoppers are full of pipes or cable. And I just made a whole row of them, and my thought was, like, as I'm building stuff, I have all my inventory here, everything snakes from all over the valley, and it goes to this spot. That was the idea. And then some of it still goes to these. And then it goes over and in, and it also goes under and in. And it's a whole spaghetti mess behind it. Sorry, I'm shaking the camera fast. This is the power that originally powered my city. And then you get your two free ones that came factory. Those, basically what's left is just the ones that are running off the leaves. Just random trash I had stored up in boxes and stuff. I just keep shoving it in there, and eventually they're gonna run out and I don't need them anymore. I guess I could just delete them. But yeah, here's my original power source where it started. And then I built, you can see, obviously I got some kink in my production line because most of these are a standstill because they're full and I'm not using them for stuff. But then there's the space station thingy. Here's a crafting thingy. Here's the truck thingy on autopilot. That took a while to learn. As did everything. That was one of the problems with this game. Everything is a battle to learn, at least for me. I like Age of Empires. I like Roller Coaster Tycoon, Zoo Tycoon, Command and Conquer Red Alert. I like a lot of those games that require you to like build stuff and create. But with this game, it's kind of like imagine Age of Empires. You go to play that game, it's fun, but you have to commit several hours to it just to play one campaign. Unless you're a pro, you can do it in 10 minutes. Congratulations, pat yourself on the back. But for the rest of us, like, the same thing with Satisfactory. You can't just run in and play 10 minutes. Like, it's going to take me 10 minutes to get from here to there. Speaking of that, let me just fast forward you through it really quick so you don't have to watch. Okay, so we're back. And yeah, I know you're saying they have vehicles. You could just drive the vehicle here. I know, but I forgot where I parked it. But anyway, so here's my power production plants. Bunch of coal plants run off of coal and water. These are hydro plants, which make water. And then here's coal coming in from way down there. And then there's some more water hydration making whatever. making stuff right there. So one of the things with this game, like, so 10 minutes, granted it didn't take me 10 minutes to run that far, maybe 30 seconds, but in video game world, that's an eternity. And then that was like my base. I tried to build it in the center of the map, which in hindsight, I don't think it's the center. I think the map's much bigger than I thought it was. That being said, like, I got stuff clear on the other side, and if I need to go to it, forget it. And there's a lot of learning curves, like, dumb on me. Originally, I thought these power poles could only like run one cable. I don't know why I thought that, and it took longer than it should have to figure it out. So I was running like a row of like 10 power lines side by side. It looked nasty, like one of those downtown areas in a city. Speaking of looks, that's another thing. You go on YouTube and look at some of these people playing this game, and their buildings or cities or whatever you want to call them are amazing. It's just like, how did you design it so fancy? And like, I mean, they probably spent thousands of hours on the game. And the problem I have with that is, like, you get these little monsters, like, where do I want to go? Like, there was one chasing me just a minute ago, and I just walk away from it. It's like no big deal. It's like Minecraft on steroids. That's what it is. And I liked Minecraft, and I played it for a while, but I wasn't one who played it for a long time. I built a city and built a city, built like a castle, a half-broken castle, and then I built my username in a miniature train track, and that was about it. So, like, here's our bad guy. Oh, there he is. Yeah, and it's just like half-heartedly, and he's dead. He's gone. He went to see Jesus. I don't know. It's just, it seems boring. You deliberately struggle through like how to play the game, and then once you get the game played, it's like, now what is there to do? Because you figured out how everything works. Oh, I guess you delete everything and start over from scratch. Oh, that's painful. And that's basically where I'm at now. Where like this game, this map was like my learning map. I learned how to do everything. Obviously not very good, but I learned it. Now it's like, well, do I want to bulldoze stuff and like recreate it, or do I just want to start over fresh with a brand new map? Kind of tempted that if I was going to play, to start over fresh with a brand new map, but if I'm going to do that, I'd rather play like online. Like my buddy Geekhead, he made a map. The first game I played was on his server, but I was hesitant to log into a server, which he said I could, but still, like, these are cool. I like these little bank teller machine sucking up machines. He let me go in there and play on his map, but at the same time, it's like you feel like they probably have an idea of how they want to grow their map, and it's like you're hesitant because you don't want to like take it the wrong direction, and then they're like, oh, thanks for doing that, you know. And it's just like, I don't know. And maybe I shouldn't have felt that way. Maybe I should just play it on his map. But it's not as fun playing solo in my own little world. The only thing I have over there is a couple more quarries and like concrete makers and stuff. Nothing exciting. And then I built out here. And eventually this pipe and this road was going to connect to there. And I was trying to make it nice, pretty road so I could drive my vehicle on and not get stuck. And then I made a mistake with my conveyor belts. I ran them all too close. So then the trucks are always getting stuck. So it's just one thing after another that you have to learn the hard way. If you're on my Discord, I think it'd be fun if there was a group of us that liked playing this and then like made a time where we all played it at a certain, like every Tuesday or something. That might be fun. Cool views. Like there's a lot about this game that looks like it would be so fun, but then it's just so time consuming, and it's just, I don't know. Another thing is like you meet a challenge, like you see up in the top here, it tells you my next goal, I have to get like 500 of these truss systems and 100 of these other things that look like air conditioner units. And then you got to figure out how it's built, make those ingredients, and then slap it together, which is fine. Like, you got to do something. But I guess for me, I just want a little bit more action in my games. Like, put a T-Rex in there or something, and give us a cool gun, and like, oh no, he destroyed that part of the building. And maybe I'm thinking like SimCity style, like a tornado goes through and you got to put the fire out and hire fire departments and stuff like that. A little element of pizzazz. And then I thought this was the end of the map, and I thought that was like just an illusion. But I'm actually starting to think it's not an illusion, and like if I wanted to, I could actually build up and go over there, which is kind of cool in one sense, like that you can go so far. But then at the same time, it's like kind of overwhelming. Like, okay, at some point I can't really do everything, so I don't know. Anyways, hydration plant. It's hydrating. It's hydrating the power system. And then when I built the power system down here, I started off with these little rinky-dink things just because I felt like that would be quicker to get power to the machine to get it going. And then once this was built, I just let these die and didn't delete them. I guess I should be deleting them. I don't know, should I? But that's the thing, like, you're constantly learning. Like, the educational side of the game is a little bit too heavy. For me, everyone play your games the way you want to play them, right? For me, I want a little bit more action. Oh, I got deadly lightning bugs chasing me. Like, obviously, there's a lot of people out there that think this game is awesome, and that's great. For me, I got bored of it. And am I going to delete it? No, I'm probably going to keep playing it. But I'm probably going to play, like, once a year. Unless I do something like with my Discord group where we decide that we all actually want to come together to build something. But then, like, if I'm the only one in there or one person's in there, I mean, if they're playing it and they're happy with it, then that's fine. But so I'll have to see if the Discord wants to do something like that. Because right now, the Discord's pretty quiet. It has its seasons. It's fine. No big deal. I wish you could just use the same. I know you can turn around. So, like, I just went that way. Now I can go this way. I know you can turn around. But I think at the entrance of this tunnel, you can only go inside if it's, like... Oh, I know. I guess you can... Oh, no, because when you build it, I think you have to build it, like, all the same direction. I was going to say, just make both ends the end. Like, this is green, and then that's red. Hard to see. That's red, and then this is green. So this is like your entry point. So you got the green pole, and then it's a red one. But can I? No. It just pushed me out and killed me. Almost killed me. Here's a quarry. So yeah, it's just like, I don't know. And then little things like that, like I need a jetpack or something because like you fall off your bridge or something and you either die or now you spend 20 minutes running through the map trying to get back to civilization. Oh, see, this kills me. Almost, not quite. Hit by something. Who cares? See, and then like this is the, oh, it was just the gas. I was going to say like, even the things that are dangerous and deadly to you, it's just like walk away. Unless you want to kill them or unless you need their meat. Otherwise, it's just like whatever. It's low level. And I got this game on hard. And it's just like the hard part is like instead of like 50, you need 500 of these little objectives to beat the next level or whatever you want to call it. See if I can kill this guy even though I'm low health. Two strikes. So tips for new players, I would say try to build in a community maybe, like I wish I did. I don't even know how to set one of those up, so I'd have to learn how to set one up. My buddy knows how to set it up, so like if you guys wanted to, I guess I could figure it out. But I feel like no one ever asked like, oh, why don't you play more Satisfactory? And I think it's the same problem I have. I think people just get bored of it easily. 70 hours and I'm still learning. Like, I don't even know how to make that machine on the far right. I know it tells you, like, you hover over it and it tells you need this gear and that gear. And it's just, I don't know. It's just underwhelming. It's not satisfactory. I pretty much showed you everything except for, oh yeah, over here, I experimented with making a 2-story building. And I saw some people built some pretty epic builds where it's like, that's cool. It kind of makes me tempted to want to rebuild mine because mine just looks like I vomited my ideas all over the ground. Kind of makes me want to rebuild mine. But then at the same time, I know how long it took me to make this giant turd. And it's like, oh, starting over? No thanks. But here's my 2 stories. And then like, I was building it just based on like logistics and like practicality. Like, how do I build it? I don't know. Build the ramp and then build this platform and then expand out. And then you have other people that like columns and decorative things and get really creative and make it look really good. It's just like, I don't see the value in it. Like, it looks cool, but the time it would take to make that, it's like you have a 500-piece puzzle and you're missing like 10 pieces. And you don't really know what those 10 pieces are unless you completely build the puzzle. And even then, you don't really get a full grasp. But if you found the pieces, you'd be like, those are the pieces I'm missing. And that's the problem I have with Satisfactory is like, it's a little bit boring for me after a short amount of time. 70 hours is a long time, but not really in gaming sense. I mean, you all know how much time you could really spend on a game. I wasn't even streaming it and I wasn't even filming it. Like, I was just playing for me, for fun, and I got bored. So conclusion, am I going to delete the game? No, unless I need more memory or storage on my computer, then it will probably be one of the first to get deleted. Watch other streamers online that play regularly to get tips and tricks. It's going to speed up your process much faster and then probably avoid your burnout quicker too. Like, like these, like if I just learned, like watch someone giving tips and tricks on this, there's a lot of downtime in this game too where you're just wandering around. If you have dual monitors or something, pull up a YouTuber and go watch somebody. And I'm not even self-promoting because I'm not the one making videos for this. But go find someone who is and watch like their tips and tutorials while you're, here's a perfect example. We're going to spend 3 minutes running back to the main base. That whole time you could be listening to a YouTuber saying, okay, if you're on this mission completing phase 2, here's a strategy of how to do it quicker. And then maybe if you could get your challenges done at a quicker rate, maybe it'll be more exciting longer. And it won't be so boring quicker, if that makes any sense. That being said, I have another game that I've been dying to play. I wish I got plugged in with a free demo like some other streamers did, but I get it. I didn't ask for it. But I was happy to find out that you can get the demo of this game for free for everyone. So I'm going to go get that going. And I just did this for anyone that did watch my Satisfactory, the first one, and was curious to see how it turned out. This is how it turned out. A natural disaster. Like even like a random building and like accidentally just like threw the floor down here when I was building that and like, who cares? Just leave it. No one's going to see it. And then I run around and show my dirty laundry to everyone. There it is. So yeah, this is how my Satisfactory turned out. And I wouldn't hold your breath for another Satisfactory unless everyone on Discord goes crazy and bugs me to make a server for us to all play on. Then maybe that'll be a new aspect that makes it interesting for me to jump in and want to play with you guys. But also, I need to research movies too for my main channel, which Satisfactory, I guess I could play this while listening, but then you're dividing your time and it's kind of distracting. Yeah, so there's Satisfactory. There's my takeaway from it. Yeah, thanks for watching, and come check out this other game I'm about ready to download. I think you're going to enjoy that one. I'll upload that one tomorrow. Bye.